Now, while the Pentagon's move is seen as a major step forward, how do other countries treat women in the military? Let's go to Han Bin in Beijing for more on China's experience with women on the front lines. Han Bin, can you tell us about the situation of Chinese women serving in combat forces in China?
Well, in fact, the Chinese military has never provided figures for the number of female soldiers served in the combating forces. It is saying now that over the past years, female soldiers have taken more of its positions in the combating forces in all of its branches, the Army, the Navy, the Air, and the strategic nuclear forces. And there are now many reports about the Chinese female soldiers taking part in the combat positions like the Marine Corps, the police special task forces, the fighters, pilots, and the warship sailors. China has one cosmonaut and is training others. So theoretically speaking, the Chinese military is opening all of its positions for its female soldiers. But from my observation, the number and percentage is very small. The symbolic meaning is much more than in real practice. And I think the most of the female soldiers today are still doing the supporting systems like the telecommunications, the healthcare, and even the artistic performances.
Now, you mentioned there that the plan is to increase the number of female soldiers in the front lines. Now, what is the thinking behind that?
Well, we know that the People's Republic of China's PLA army began enrolling female soldiers in 1967. And since then, the female soldiers have gradually participated in high-risk and intensified forces. We know Chinese military has the largest number of soldiers with 2.3 million. So the country has no real need to enroll new soldiers. And there's not an urgency for the female soldiers to take part in high-risk tasks. And the Chinese military says that over the past years, the Chinese military modernization has gradually transformed the composition of the PLA forces. More and more highly educated female soldiers have taken into the positions like the radar control, the artillery, and so on. And I think as more foreign armies open more positions on the front line, China could do the same, and that is to boost its image as a responsible player in the world. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Han Bin there reporting from Beijing.